3 points, 0 goals conceded, -7 from Napoli. I believe I said every positive thing that we have to remember since yesterday. After Cremonese 0, Juventus won with a free kick at the 91st minute of Arkadiusz Milik. Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. In today's video I want to answer two big questions, because I saw the comments on the YouTube channel from people that were telling me, Beppe, we didn't deserve to win yesterday. Beppe, the result is absolutely not fair, and playing as we played yesterday versus Cremonese, it's a shame. First topic. And the second one, it's a controversial one. Federico Chiesa, Allegri is destroying him because he's playing him as a right back, as a full back, as a wing back, whatever you want, but always with the word back in the definition. Things that I don't 100% agree with today. I love this video the day after, because we are not speaking about investigation, mercato, whatever. We are speaking about football on the field and with graphs, with stats, with images of what happened during the 95 minutes of yesterday. We'll try to prove, yes or not, did Juventus play well or not? Is Federico Chiesa playing as a right back? We start immediately with the good news. -7 from Napoli. Thanks to Corriere dello Sport that is putting actually Dzeko la riapre. Dzeko is reopening the Scudetto race. -7 for Juve. Can we hold that streak? That's a big question mark. We have to play versus Udinese on Saturday, and then the big game of Friday the 13th versus Napoli. That can tell us a lot about the future of Juve. Gazzetta dello Sport, l'Inter canta, or canta l'Inter. Inter is singing because they won 1-0 with a goal of Dzeko with a header. Disaster. Rahmani yesterday leaving him alone into that box, and we know how dangerous the Bosnian player is, but it's a fact that they reopen it, and also it's really great because yesterday Lazio losing give us a bit of space for that top 4, where we are now at +4 over Lazio and Roma. Great result for Juve yesterday. This is what we have to keep in mind. Urlo Milik, the scream of Milik, Juve a -7, Juventus is at -7. Allegri, was he happy or not? Well, Allegri was kind of happy yesterday because, of course, winning, it's not always easy. Va bene così. It's okay like that. He's speaking about two things. He's speaking about the result and also of the fact that the team is not yet complete with a lot of injuries. Vlahovic, Quadrado, Bonucci, Pogba, and whoever you want, but also some players like Rabiot that yesterday entering did a big difference into the team that were not able to start yet. We even forgot about Di Maria that should have been with the team in Cremonese. So he's happy about that. He's happy about the fact that due to all the injuries, we played with the most young team that we played this season in Serie A. Less than 26 years. We are always speaking about believing in the project, giving chances to the youth team. Yesterday, was he really obliged? Yes and no, because of the injuries, but yesterday he played at the same time Sule, Miretti and Fagioli on the field. 3 of 11 players were super young and at the first things of their Serie A career with Juventus. So beautiful sign of trust. Then, is everything beautiful? Is everything fine? I don't agree. Because first of all, the initial lineup, we play versus Cremonese that won 0 games in Serie A. So far, we start with a 3-5-1-1. That 1-1, it's not always correct because Miretti is not next to Milik. He's not right behind Milik. He's playing as an additional midfielder. And my question is, why not Moiskin? Because Moiskin, until November, was the most informed striker, the one that was banging goal in every single game he was playing. He's also one that didn't go to the World Cup. He had the entire 52 days to train to be ready for that game of Cremonese. Played also the friendlies, decided the friendly with his goal versus Rijeka. Why start him on the bench? The only possible answer I'm giving myself is, well, Moiskin yesterday, he had no 90 minutes in the leg. The question is why? But that's another topic, because when we see his 40 minutes in yesterday's game, we know that he tried to bring some link up with Milik, but the first 50% of his game, he was a ghost. He played quite well in the last 15 minutes of the game. That's it. But these 50 minutes, he made the difference. Great Moiskin, physically a beast. My question is, why not give him a chance from the start of the game? Big question that I will never have. The consequences of playing that 3-5-1-1 is that actually Miretti, as I told you, is an additional midfielder. And Milik is a lot isolated there up front in the game. When we don't have the possession like the 11th minute, and thank you for the images of Francesco Zenzola, coach that is always on Juventus, we see that in non-possession we are playing that 5 4-1, with Sule that is actually playing as a right back on that moment in non-possession, with Miretti that is going wide on the left, Kostic left back, and then you see Weston McKennie, Locatelli in the middle of the field, with Milik isolated alone up front. What is happening? What is the consequences of playing like that? That when we have the ball with Miretti, well, Milik being isolated, surrounded by Cremonese players, we can't give him the pass. There is no line to give him the pass. And this is a problem. That's why a lot of people are saying we played bad. And I totally agree. Offensively, it's not okay. It's not okay because you don't have patterns, you don't have ideas, and in the first half, we were lacking on all these kind of things. Guys, we had to wait until the 91st minute to put that ball into the net. In the second half, we had a lot of attempts that we will see a bit later. In the total, we had 19 attempts, 8 on target. Carnesecchi was a phenomenon yesterday. The best, the man of the match of the entire teams yesterday, if it was not that he conceded that goal at the 91st of the Milik free kick anyway. Also defensively, we had a lot of problems because 2 posts by Cremonese and 2 goals that were cancelled. Can we call it cancelled? The whistle arrived before they scored, but two times they put the ball into the net. Cancelled or not, we don't care. Difficulty for Juventus. Then you have another possibility. It's when Fagioli actually in the midfield is recuperating that ball. You see that Miretti was playing wide open on the left. So there is nobody centrally to give really that link up to Arkadiusz Milik. And we see here again patterns, ideas that are not working offensively. So yesterday the game, defensively some horrors and a lot of risk taken by Juventus. Offensively, big problem. What is the reaction of Max Allegri in the second half? Changing really fast. He didn't wait the 60th or 65th. He changed immediately 2 players at the 55th minute. Fagioli out, he didn't play well yesterday, also probably because he was playing versus his ex-team, Cremonese, and mentally maybe it was hard for him, I don't know, anyway he didn't play really well, but he tried also to change the way of playing with Moiskin being the link up with Arkadiusz Milik. I told you in the beginning the change was not really well, but especially Federico Chiesa back on the field, and we saw how important Federico Chiesa is for Juventus. Immediately, dynamism, speed, ultra boost, pace, whatever you want. He also mentally gives a boost to Juventus that they know when they see Federico Chiesa on the field, we have to do more offensively. We have to go and look for that goal. And we see immediately the difference between Sule and Federico Chiesa, that Federico Chiesa's average position is much higher with the intention to go and score. It's not really working, and we have to wait 15 minutes more before the 2 other changes, Paredes and Rabiot, to give some structure and physicality into that midfield, being a bit more organized so that players know where to be on the field. Why are we doing that? To give some pressure to Cremonese. That was really dangerous yesterday at certain moments. Pressing super high, we are obliging Cremonese to play with long balls, what they were not doing in the first part of the game. And what is the consequence with Federico Chiesa, with Rabiot, Paredes, with the changes of Max Allegri, that Juventus end more up into the field, and that we are changing side, not only looking for Kostic on the left as we did in the first half with 47%, but this time also looking for ideas on the right side of the field with Federico Chiesa, that immediately the first ball that is touching is super dangerous. Federico Chiesa, is he a player that played as a right back yesterday? Well, if you are watching actually the small animation that I did for you in terms of a heat map, no. The first ball that is touching is right up on the field. Offensive, that's the idea. Then in moment of difficulty, he's giving some support, and for the remaining part of the game, he's playing super high on the field. He's even entering a lot of time the box of the opposition team, Cremonese. Can we speak about a right back? No. Then, if you are playing that 3-5-2, that is at the moment the one that is bringing a result, that is the best performing one if you want to play with 3-man defense, without Di Maria, without Pogba, without a lot of creativity up front. We are not allowed to play that 4-3-3 because left back and right back, we are missing them. Alexandro, disaster. Yesterday he didn't even play. Federico Chiesa, he needs to support. This is the role of left and right wingers in that 3-5-2. So that's what he's doing. Also in that counter-attack of Cremonese, the speed of Federico Chiesa was really crucially important because he's closing some opportunities to Cremonese. But is he a defender now? Absolutely not. Especially if you see that if you look at the comparison between the first 55th minute with Sule and then with Federico Chiesa, you see that Federico Chiesa played up. And this was a big request of Max Allegri. What is the result of all of this? That if in the first 55 minutes 57 minutes, we took a lot of chances from outside of the box, thanks to the pressure, thanks to Federico Chiesa, thanks to the structure, we are going from that 60th minute on to enter the box of Cremonese, starting to be a lot more dangerous. That results in 19 attempts, 8 shots on target, which is a lot. So people that are saying, Beppe, we didn't deserve to win, it's not correct. It's not correct. Did we play fantastic football? No. I told you I was worried how to enter against Serie A 2.0 because watching the friendlies, we were not ready physically, and yesterday we had to change 5 players because we are not ready yet. We are playing Udinese in 72 hours, less now, but in 2 days we are playing versus Udinese. Hey, guys, I'm happy with the win of yesterday. Did we play football? Beautiful way. Ideas offensively? No. We can do better. We have to do better. But on the other side, saying that we didn't deserve, probably it's a stretch. Locatelli, a ghost yesterday. We agree on that. On the other side, he sacrificed himself a lot, filling in the gaps left by Fagioli, by Miretti, by Weston McKennie. He was there to go on contrast. 14 times he's going on duel. He's winning 9 on them. Then is he touching a lot of balls? No. And this is what we were asking to Locatelli also yesterday, to be the brain in the midfield, to give some ideas. And yesterday on that side, he totally flopped. Only 64 touches. If you are comparing to Danilo, 91, we know that there we have a lot of potential to increase. Thus, Juventus needs to do better, much better. Are we happy for the result? Yes, we are, because with the win of Inter yesterday 1-0, we can say one thing. We are there at -7. We start to believe again, but we will have to improve fast because Udinese, they are there on Saturday. And then you have 2 big games, Napoli and Atalanta, that is having at the moment a bit of difficulty, but I can guarantee you that in 3 games, Atalanta will be totally different than the one that we saw yesterday, doing 2-2 versus a beautiful Spezia. Anyway, it is what it is. It was a tactical video. I don't know if you enjoyed or not. I don't know if I answered some questions, if some of your doubts went away, if you agree with me, or if you say, Beppe, I totally not agree with you. Let me know in the comments. Thank you. Grazie, forza. Juve.